Hey everyone, it's Jeff. I have another D&D video for you today, but before we get started, you may have noticed that I have a brand new, nice, silky beard. It is fall here in Seattle, and as such, it is cold, it is wet, and it is rainy, and therefore I am growing out my winter coat as I do every year around this time. Today, we are going to take a look at my game notes again. If you've been following my blog, you know that I run all of my D&D sessions from my Microsoft Surface RT, and that's this sucker here. It is super handy. It acts both as game notebook as well as DM screen and serves a number of other functions for me during the game. I promise I try not to hit my players over the head with it too much. Anyway, so... today, I have decided, I took my webcam, pointed it at the Surface, and you are going to get a look at how I have everything laid out in there when I'm running a game. I apologize, it's a little bit janky of a setup. Unfortunately, there are no screen recording apps similar to Fraps that I know of for the Surface, so this was the best way that I could think of to actually make this happen, and it's something I've been wanting to do for a while now. So yeah, without further delay, let's have a look. Okay, here we are looking at my Microsoft Surface as it would appear when I am running a game session. I've got everything opened up as I would have it in-game. This screen is actually two screens in OneNote, shown side by side using the handy-dandy snap features that have been part of Windows, I believe, since Windows 7. So you just kind of snap it off to the side and it'll pop out to a half screen. So this screen here on the left is my prepared notes, my game prep notes. In this case, this is an encounter page for the final climactic battle of my last campaign. My players have already run through this encounter. They defeated it, so there's no worries if they watch this video. And then on the right here is where I would have a blank page up, and I could just keep running notes like hit point totals, what attacks were made, what spells were cast, that sort of thing. One of the cool things about the encounter notes here, which you may have seen me go over in my OneNote DM videos, is that I can keep everything in this nice compact area. So I've got a general summary up above, basic descriptions, some terrain reminders. In the case of this particular encounter, I set up a whole series of random occurring hazards that were side effects of the bad guys attempting to rip open a rift to the lower planes. So I've got all that in there, and then one of the most handy things is this ability of OneNote to keep these, to hide nested or hanging tabs and the information below them in sort of an outline style. So with the list of NPCs that's right here, I actually have their stat blocks hidden within each NPC's name line here. So if I double click, like you see here, I've got all of the stats I need to run a fight with this particular bad guy who is a blighted red dragon. So, and then I just tap it again to hide it. So I've got everything I need at my fingertips for running the basic game. Now, in addition to my OneNote, I also have a couple of other screens open and running in the background. And to get to those, I just pull over like that, and you can see all of them open up here on the side, and I can select whichever ones I want to go to. So starting from the top, I like to have the D&D 3.5 system reference document from the D&D wiki, so that I can quickly just do searches for rules just by plugging them in right here in the search field, and then just swipe to get back to my notes. And then let's open up the sides again here. I also have a YouTube DJ app that allows me to play YouTube lists where I keep my soundtrack. I'm going to be moving away from this. This app doesn't work super well. It freezes a lot. But the good thing about this app, if you want to give it a try, is it plays through your YouTube playlists without any ads. So you're not in the middle of a battle when all of a sudden it's telling you, try the new Ford Focus. It's the best car ever. And it's totally obnoxious, brings you out of the moment, and your players are wondering, ooh, Ford Focus, when do we get that? What level do we get that? Anyway, so then below that, I've got a PDF version of the classic D&D 3.5 DM screen, and I've got this open in the official Adobe PDF reader. And which way do I need to go? One thing you can do is you can snap like that, and you can go to any page. Oh, derp! This is in vertical mode. There you go. So, and then I also have let's go here. I also have another reader open. So this is I keep my Gamebooks library open in the there it goes, coming up. So I keep my Gamebooks library open, and it's really bright, I'm realizing, on the screen now, and I apologize for that. In the native PDF reader, and part of the reason I do the library in this and the DM screen in the official Adobe Reader app is because the Windows PDF Reader app is actually much easier to switch between books. So if I need, I'll have one book open, and then if I need to access any of my other books that I have loaded onto the Surface, I just click open there, and I've got all of the books that I've opened recently here. So for instance, if I'm trying to run a monster that is in the monster manual, I just click on the monster manual, and hopefully I'll have a relevant page reference. But if not, I can always go to the contents, which are usually around like page 4 or something like that. And then once I get the page reference, I just pinch and I just zip to that page, punch it up, whatever. And in this case, apparently they're fighting the Kraken. So that is what I have open, and basically that is all I need in order to run a session from my Microsoft Surface. Now, one other thing I have open running in the background behind the OneNote in the desktop mode is I have an Excel spreadsheet with my loot tracker, and my loot tracker is something that I built that has all sorts of handy-dandy features, automated features for tracking who has which items, how much those items are worth, and based on the player's total wealth levels. And it looks like I'm looking at an old version here. I may need to make sure to resync my updated version because they definitely have more money than what's showing here. But that's typically not something that I would be calling up in the heat of battle, but once battle is done, you can bet they're going to want to have a listing of the neat stuff they got. But that is basically it. So there you have it. That is my setup. I love running things from my Microsoft Surface. It's super versatile. I can keep it at the table like a laptop. I can fold it up, pace the room, act things out. It keeps all the information that I need right there at my fingertips. So if you like to run your game from a tablet, hopefully this gave you some ideas about how you can organize your information. If you are in the market for a tablet and are thinking about using one to run your game, I highly recommend the Surface, and hopefully this gave you some idea of what it can do. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.